Hey, all the time I hear, like, do we really need the church? And I understand what people who ask that question are saying. They're saying, do we need buildings? Do we need, and they're always referring to just all the stuff. You know what I mean? Like the way the building's decorated and maybe some of those things. And again, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with any of those things, but church is needed because of its message, right? We meet together so that we get the message, so that we get the truth that Jesus died for us, that we were lost, that right? I needed to hear that. I still need to hear that without Jesus, I am lost, I am condemned. God has me dead to rights. I am guilty, but He gave His life for me. Jesus bled and died for me and gave me life and gives me hope. And that's the mission of the church. That's the message, right? This is one of those places where the message and the mission are one. For 2 Corinthians 5:19, Paul says it this way. He says, that is, in Christ, God was reconciling the world to Himself, not counting their trespasses against them, and entrusting to us the ministry or the message of reconciliation. Right? And in the next verse, he talks about us being ambassadors, God making His appeal through us. How cool is that? See, I think we need to talk about church in that way. Like we're part of the team that goes out and tells the world that God has reconciled us to Himself. My story is God's story. At the heart of Fred Hoover's story is brokenness and loss and bitterness and anger, and it's being lost, but it's about being found. I was found by God. He came and got me. He came into my life right through His Word, came into my heart, came into my life, changed me, continues to change me, has given me faith to believe that His Son paid that price for my sins. I am forgiven. I am free. And so now my life is not about being, feeling guilty all the time or any of those things. God has an answer for that, an answer for those difficulties. It's this mission, it's this message that I have, this message that you have, that we have as His church together. I mean, that's what church is, and that's exciting, isn't it? That we get to tell the world, a world full of division, a world filled with fear and hopelessness, we get to say, no, there's healing. There's healing. Healing is not only possible, but it's a reality, and we experience it. I mean, I know I experience it every day as I'm confronted with the truth about me without Jesus, and that's bleak and it's hopeless. But I get to have this incredible truth. That's not how the story ends. Like, I am free. I am loved by God. And so every day I want to get out there and tell people about that and let them know. Because we have this message. That's the church's message. That's each individual Christian's, your message. Just tell your story. Just tell your story, right? Even the difficult parts, because Jesus died for those things. He has redeemed those things. He has redeemed you. He has paid the price for those things. You are free. So I pray that just, again, changes everything for you to know that you're part of this team that brings the message. Have a great one. Share this with somebody and hit that subscribe button.